Hi guys. What's going on? What's going on? Veron's here, Adam's here, Emily's here, Steph's here, Steffi, Whipper's here. Hi guys. Just sipping my coffee while I can. Hi Emily, happy to see you. I love your post in the Facebook group, darling. What's going on, guys? Good morning from where? Where's that? Scotland? Good morning, darling. Hi, Loz. What are your best tips to live in the end as if you already have your manifestation? Just live in the end in your mind, darling, in a scene, in a visualization. Go back to it all the time. Maybe as you're drifting off to sleep. Maybe as you're walking about your day and thinking, oh, yes, that's right, I'm married. That's right, I'm a married woman, if you want to be married. Okay, reminding yourself daily during the day or as you go to sleep or as you wake up in the morning. Or you can just affirm, live in the end by affirming, I am married, I am loved, I am a wife, I'm so happily coupled up, John loves me so much. You're living in the end with the affirmations. Good morning, Ryland. Oh, what's this, Nat? Clearly can't stop thinking about me. What's this? Hang on. What are you saying, Nat? I missed the beginning. Clearly can't stop thinking about you. What happened? Got a job, but felt that the interview went badly. Still affirmed that it was immune and visualized. Oh, so you got it anyway, even though you thought it went badly. Wonderful, darling. Congratulations. Part 1. Affirmed, as you said, for my birthday, even through tears. He contacted me. Oh, really, darling? After you were so upset that he hadn't contacted you. Oh, lovely. I affirmed, as you said, for my birthday, even through tears. He contacted me, said he wished he... Oh, where's the rest of it? Where's part 2? Could hug me and have a drink with me. Oh, wonderful, darling. See, guys, if you're hearing silence from them, give it good meaning and suddenly it'll all turn around. It can do that. It can just suddenly turn around and next minute they contact you and be like, oh, the reason I haven't contacted you is because I really want to see you. Or you'll read into that, that's why they hadn't contacted you all day, or they've been thinking about you all day. Wonderful, darling. Hooray. Loz, if fears are coming back with new SP, what do? You've got to keep working on your self-concept. It's when your insecurity is kicking in because you're really starting to like the new one. Work on your self-concept, darling, really hardcore, and start imagining that they love you and nothing else. I forgave what he did and never think about it again. I was so happy, but he did it again. I don't get it. Darling, because you haven't changed the story about them yet. Look, guys, if they keep turning up in your reality as the old story, you really haven't changed your mind about them yet. You can forgive them all you like, but if you change the story about him, he's a guy who does bad things. He's a guy who cheats on me. He's a guy who looks at other girls. He's this kind of guy. Have you changed that in your mind? Thanks for your advice. Oh, wonderful. Now to keep on top of my thoughts about him saying he cares about me in a good way. Wonderful, darling. Oh, that made your birthday, didn't it? That's wonderful. Hooray. I want to find a manifestation or law of attraction coach because I need help. Well, I don't teach law of attraction, darling. That's a load of bullshit. That's no work. Okay, I don't coach anymore, but I do have courses coming out soon. But I would recommend coaching with like Manifesting with Kimberly or who else? Manifesting with Kimberly basically on here, or Lifestyle Manifesting, Shannon. She does coaching. Any of the law of assumption coaches. No law of attraction here, darling. We don't teach that absolute bullshit. Loz, you're being copied a lot. Yes, I know, darling. What have you seen that got copied? I know that one of my affirmations has now got 5 million views or something and everyone's stitching it. And I'm like, hello, that's my fucking affirmation video from the 8th of August. Word for word. Morning, have you been on long? No, just now, darling. What are you seeing being copied, Emily? What is it? Thanks, and everyone hates my SP. What should I affirm make them love him? And everyone hates him. Well, stop saying everyone hates him. Guys, if you think everyone hates them, they'll hate them. Oh, my family doesn't like him. No one agrees with him. All my friends think he's a dickhead. They can't understand why I'm with him. Think I'm an idiot. Stop thinking any of your friends think that. So what's the best way to get results? Thank you for your help. All right, darling, if you're really confused about how to manifest, I want you to go down to my TikTok, right down the bottom of the page, probably about 3 rows up or 4 rows up. There is a series. I've got a pink shirt on and it says How to Manifest Properly, Law of Assumption versus Law of Attraction. Watch the entire series. It's only 16 videos, 16 minutes. If you're still confused after that, then go to the Facebook group, Subconscious Laws, and watch every single live from number 1 to number 270, whatever, and you'll get it. Okay? All manifesting is your habitual subconscious thoughts. You're doing it currently all the time. Now you're just trying to do it on purpose with thoughts that you do want, not of thoughts of things you don't want. You're currently creating things like breakups and bad money situations with your current thinking. You've got to change that thinking and it reflects out. Everyone, your reality reflects it back, and that's simply how manifesting works. If anyone tells you it's anything other than reflection, thought reflection from your mind to other people's minds, they're a fucking idiot. You need to stop watching them. It's simply thought reflection, darling, from your subconscious to other people's subconscious. Okay? But their tips sometimes mess up the first work done with you. What tips? What are you talking about? Who? Who are you talking about? And try to give us tips. A lot of people start trying to be a coach. A lot of people start to be a coach. Oh, is that what you're saying? So lots of other people are being a coach. Oh, well, look, if they want to be a coach, darling, can't stop them. Someone told me the internship I want is really competitive. How to ignore and manifest the job. Imagine you've got the internship already. Who cares how competitive it is? I got into a drama school that 7,000 people every year audition for, and I got in. I didn't think it was competitive. I just saw myself as a student in that school. I didn't give a shit how many other people were competing for one of the places. I was just like, I'm a student there. The end. Right? See yourself as having the internship already and don't even consider the competition. I stepped away from SP to work on myself about 2 months ago. Is it possible to get SP back? I don't know why you did that, darling. I don't know who told you to do that, but not what I would recommend. But okay, now you've done that. You've got to start realising that they're with you. See you and them together. Stop seeing yourself as separate. Start imagining that they love you and work on your shitty self-concept that made you think that you had to step away from them in the first place. Are you working on your self-concept? If you're not, go to the Facebook group and watch every single video on it. What should I affirm to make everyone in my school fall in love with me? Everyone's so in love with me. I'm everyone's favourite person. Everyone wants to be with me. Everyone loves me so much. I'm so admired. I'm so wanted. Say those things, darling, in your mind. Any tips for affirmations when it comes to insomnia? Because my mind won't shut off. My mind relaxes as soon as I hit the pillow. I sleep so well every night. I wake up refreshed every morning. I sleep right through the night. Say those things, darling. Having dreams about my manifestation being in my reality. Wonderful, darling. Lois, I keep having negative dreams about SP, but I'm being positive, so why are my dreams not? Sometimes, guys, it's like a purge in your brain, your old thoughts purging out of your subconscious, or your subconscious fighting you in your sleep. Don't worry about it. Tips for affirmations for anxiety and depression. I am so positive all the time. I feel so good in myself. When I get out of bed in the morning, I'm so motivated. I never worry about anything anymore. I have fears, but they never manifest. Don't let my fears run me. I know it's just my imagination. Things like that, darling. My SP said he's still in love with the third party and that he loves me but not in love with me. Oh, he loves you but not in love with you. Okay, because you have a belief that he's not in love with you. Doesn't matter what they say, guys. Whatever they say is a reflection of your thinking about them. So you probably got a belief in your mind that he loves that third party, that he doesn't love you as much as he loves her, and therefore he'll choose her over you and say something like, I'm in love with her, but I just love you. Stop thinking of her as competition. Stop seeing him as loving her. Start seeing him as loving you, and start seeing yourself as lovable, and the whole thing will change. And get that bitch out of your mind. Don't even think about it. Can we have some good ways to give a meaning to a failed contact attempt to SP? Yes, the good meaning is, oh my God, there's a whole lot of shit I still need to work on. I'm clearly still thinking the old story about them and the old story about me, and I haven't worked on my self-concept enough. I better do it stat. Guys, when stuff shows up in your 3D or you act in the 3D and it doesn't go the way you want, you realise you've got a lot of work to do. Got it? What if we have 2 SPs? It's totally possible, darling. Who cares? You just make a choice later, whichever one you want. Having dreams about my manifest. I saw that one. I'm scrolling up, guys. If someone asks if I'm single, what do I say? I want to be positive about SP. Just say, yeah. Anyway, how are you? You don't have to lie, guys. You're just in your mind, oh, he loves me so much. We're so blissfully, happily married. Doesn't matter what you say out loud to people, and change the subject. Because if you lie, they'll go, oh, wow, you're back together. Oh, when did that happen? Then you're like, oh, fuck, how do I keep this lie going? Those things are going fantastically well with SP2, who is now SP1. Chats every day, meeting up occasionally. Oh, Manny J. we love it. Oh, wonderful, darling. Hooray. talk every day. That's wonderful. But the tips sometimes mess up the first work done with you. What are you talking about, Emily? So the people who are coaching, oh, don't worry about it. Don't watch them, guys. If it confuses you, don't watch them. Don't watch anyone that confuses you. I only suggest a few people on here because they're the only people I agree with. Like Manifesting with Kimberly, that wonderful new girl called Sasha. I am Sasha Official with the red hair. How can I manifest more friends? I have so many friends. My social life is buzzing. I'm invited out every weekend. I'm everyone's favourite person. Everyone loves having me around. If sibling keeps talking in the 3D, does it mess up my affirming my new stories? What do you mean if sibling keeps talking? What, talking about things you don't like? Don't worry about what they're doing, darling. It's just your old story being shown to you. Don't worry about it. Yes, Sasha's great, isn't she? Can we manifest a perfect man or one that doesn't exist? Yes, darling. Just imagine your perfect man checklist. Write it down. Imagine every quality you want in that man and he will show up. Trust me. Yes, well, whatever the sibling's doing, Marianne, you have some story about that sibling. You're holding an old story about them betraying you or not trusting you or not being on your side or bitching about you or gossiping or some bullshit. Get rid of that story about that sibling and they'll change. Hi, Loz. How are you? Oh, hi, Marissa Singh. I'm great. Loz, can I date and still manifest the ESP I want? I want him to chase me. Yes, guys, doesn't matter if you're dating. They'll still come back. Trust me. How to make him initiate conversations and calls. He's constantly calling, texting me. He's blowing up my phone. He needs to hear my voice. Those things, darling. My mates saw my affirmations about SP on a post. It's about my place. How embarrassing. Oh, don't worry, darling. Just imagine they didn't see it. Go back and revise it. Imagine no one saw it. Hi, Loz. I've missed your streams ever since school started again. Oh, no, darling. You can watch them back in the Facebook group, darling. Loz, oh, hang on. What should I affirm? Hang on, I saw that one. All right, I'm going down. I think I've answered all these. I want to marry SP, but first I need him to speak to me again. Do I manifest marriage or his return? Just manifest marriage, darling. If that seems like too much of a stretch, manifest his return. Sometimes marriage can seem like a stretch if you're not talking. It's up to you. Thank you. Any tips on doing well on exams and assignment? I pass all my exams with flying colours. I remember everything I study. My assignment's always a straight A's. Whatever it is you want, darling. The scripting challenge in Facebook group has really gotten me back on track this week. Thank you. Oh, good. I forgot to do it this morning. I must do it tonight. Come and join the scripting challenge, guys, in the Facebook group. I want my SP back. I'm manifesting him, but I'm starting to have doubts. Is that bad? Darling, did you manifest the breakup? Oh, well done. You're a really good manifester. What are you having doubts about? You did that. Tick. You can do this. If you manifest them away, you can manifest them back again. Stop having doubts. Give yourself little tests all day. Oh, who sent me some roses? Thanks, Dylan Rex Happy 402. Thank you, darling. How to manifest my dream home. I have my dream home. I love living in my dream home. It was so easy for me to get. I love the big foyer and the staircase and my beautiful front door and my huge bedroom and my swimming pool, whatever it is you want in the house. Loz, I left you a private post on the Facebook group to explain. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay. Do. Oh, you just sent it to me as a post, but you don't want me to publish it? Or you just sent it to my DMs? Okay. Any tips on finding my purpose? Darling, just say, what is my purpose? Ask your subconscious. Say, as I go to sleep tonight, I would really like you to tell me. All right, source energy, subconscious, God in me, tell me what the hell is it I'm meant to be fucking doing with my life. And then when you wake up in the morning, say, I'm living my life's purpose. I'm living my dream life. I love living my purpose every day. I'm living my life's purpose. And then we'll start doing it and you'll start getting answers from your brain or things will start showing up in your 3D reality, showing you what you should be doing. What about 2 SP, 1 X and 1 was occasional but so good? That's fine, darling. I had that. Well, 1 actual 1 and 1 X. Don't worry about it. Well, your skin is glowing. You look beautiful. Oh, thanks, darling. I think I just turned the beauty filter on because it turned itself off. So trust me, with this beauty filter on, you never look that good. With these beauty filters make you look amazing. Trust me, guys. If I turned it off, you'd be like, my skin's not that good. You can't see my pores. You see, look. Where's my pores? Can we have 4 SPs? Yes, darling. Loz, my Amazon package was ripped open by some occupant. I don't feel safe here. Oh, I want to move out fast. Oh, darling. Okay, well, stop saying you don't feel safe. Say, I feel so safe here. I love living here. I'm totally safe. I'm in a protective bubble at all times. Okay? And then imagine yourself living somewhere else if you really want to. Have them all. What's the... Have them All the SPs, yes. Should I affirm all day long? Well, darling, it's just new thinking. So you're just changing your thinking. Whenever the negative thoughts pop in, you want to think the new thoughts. Okay, but you don't have to sit there on a schedule affirming like an obsessive weirdo. You just want to change your thinking, your mental diet, okay? I stopped manifesting my SP for 6 months, but I want him again. I'm sad. Circumstances got worse, though. Yeah, of course they fucking did, because you stopped manifesting them and you started thinking the old shitty thoughts that you thought about them before, so the old shitty circumstances showed back up. Manifesting is just thinking. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about them? Oh, I stopped. Well, what did you think would happen for 6 months? Guys, it's just thinking. I don't know what you're talking about. You've been listening to some LOA and thinking it's something to do. It's just new thinking. Think the new story about your SP. Think that your SP loves you. The end. If you go back to the old thinking of they don't love me, they don't want me, I'm never going to get him again, he's never going to come back, well, he won't. And for 6 months, the circumstances will start to change and you get to the end of the 6 months and we're all gone to shit and you'll think, oh my God, what have I done? Because your thinking for 6 months went in the trash. Guys, it's just thinking. I don't know what to tell you. Well, please don't yell. Is it ever too late? Too late to what? Change your thinking? Guys, it's just you changing you. I really don't know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, is it too late to get your SP? Ask yourself this question instead. Is it too late for me to change my thinking completely? Is it too late for me to change what I think about me? Is it too late for me to change what I think about love? Is it too late for me to change what I think about relationships? No, I can do that in an instant. I can do it right now. And I can be persistent with that thinking every day for the rest of my life. Right now, every day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. It's never too late to do that. It's never too late to change you. Now, when you realise that all manifesting is changing your thinking, then it won't be too late to get your SP back, will it? Because all you're doing to get them back is changing your thinking. You're not doing anything to them, or forcing them to come back, or putting a spell on them, or willing them to come. You're changing you, what you think about you, them, and the situation, and then they come back. It's not anything to give up on. If you're giving up on it, you're giving up on you. Look at Bennifer. It's never too late. Exactly. And look how madly in love with him she was all those years ago. And look at them now. And she was meant to be marrying some other fuckwit. I should affirm, I am his peace, and he started telling me he feels so peaceful around me. Oh, you would affirm, I am his peace, and he started telling me I feel so peaceful around you. Oh, wonderful, darling. Oh, that worked. Did that post make sense that I posted? Yes, darling, it did. Sorry, I didn't understand it when you wrote it before. Do I have to affirm out loud, or do I aloud at night before sleep or through the day in my head? Either way, guys, out loud or in your head, but as you're sleeping, you can play them out loud to yourself softly as you sleep as well. Record them and play them. You make me laugh and cheer my day. Oh, wonderful. Zero dynamite. That's great. Oh, dynamite. Affirmations of being exempt from jury duty. I never have to do anything I don't want to do. I get to stay at work. I love my job. I work at my job every day. I never get sent for jury duty. I'm exempt. I'm the exception to the rule. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to. Even if he came back 4 times and I keep losing him. Okay, Elza Len, you need to stop watching me, darling, because you're lost as hell. Do you understand that you lost him 4 fucking times because you didn't change your thinking about him and you held the old story about him each fucking time? So you manifest him back, manifest him back, manifest him back. You hadn't changed your self-concept. You reacted to the old him. He left again. Then you manifest him back, manifest him back, manifest him back. Didn't change your self-concept. He came back. You got triggered again. He left. Manifest him back, manifest him back. Oh, he came back. Oh, this is too good to be true. I can't believe it. I lost him 3 times before. Oh, maybe I'll lose him again. Oh, he goes. Manifest him back, manifest him back. That's what you're doing. Are you listening to me? You have to change you. Have you bothered in the whole 4 times you manifested him back after listening to Sammy Ingram or something and doing SP affirmations for 4 times? Did you ever in that whole time change you? I bet you fucking didn't. And that's why you reacted, or you acted like a needy bitch, or he left, because you weren't changing you. And each time your self-concept hadn't changed, or you were still holding the old story about them, and so the old him kept showing up. That's why. Are you listening to me? You have to change you. Have you changed you? Have you spent the last 4 times really going hardcore on changing your self-concept, darling? I think not. Have you gone really fucking hardcore on those last 4 times, changing the old story about him and seeing a version of him who stays and loves you and is committed to you? Clearly not, because he left 4 fucking times. You can't have changed the story, otherwise he wouldn't have left 4 times. Got it? Guys, there's no one to change but you. You're changing the story about you as being lovable and wanted and loved by them. You're changing the story about them as being the person who loves you. That's it. If you haven't changed those two stories, when they come back, you'll fuck it up again. Then they'll come back and you'll fuck it up again until you learn the lesson that it's all about you. Have you learned that lesson, Elsa-Len? Clearly not. And then you're asking silly questions like, but I've got him back 4 times. I guess the 5th time I'll lose him again. Well, probably if you have that belief that you'll lose him the 5th time, you fucking will, because that's your belief and it's called the law of assumption. What are you dominantly assuming? I'm going to lose him again. Then you will. Because you've probably got a dominant belief that relationships don't work out for me and I don't get the love I want, and then you won't. Because that's your dominant assumption about relationships and about him. Got it? Have you changed your dominant assumptions about him, relationships, and you? Clearly not. Got it? I'm not telling you off, but you're asking me like, oh, but are you sure? Are you sure? What I'm sure about is that you haven't changed you. What I'm sure about is you haven't changed the old story about him. What I'm sure about is you haven't changed your shitty beliefs about relationships. Change those and everything will change. That's what I'm sure about. Got it? My bank account fell subject to an Apple glitch that took almost 10K. What can I affirm to get it back? Oh my God! Really? Holy shit! Okay, darling, you go to your bank and you assume that they're going to give you that money, okay? That it had nothing to do with you and that the bank or Apple, or whatever it is, you get that money back in your bank. I want you to imagine an email describing to you that everything's been restored, and I want you to imagine that money back in your bank. I have all my money. Everything has been fully restored. Everything's back to normal. My bank account is back to normal. I get all my money back instantly. Or just go back and revise the incident as if it never fucking happened. Okay, because someone needs to. You can't have people pulling things out of your bank account and the bank not pay you. That's ridiculous. They have to, because they allowed the technology to fuck up to get the money taken out of your bank. And if they have some kind of thing with Apple, they should have a system whereby that can't happen. And if it does happen, they have to pay you back because they allowed the system to glitch, or Apple allowed the system to glitch, but they have a partnership with them. It should work out that the bank pays you back. Got it? Halo's going out today. I'm feeling unstoppable. Self-concept so on board. Oh, wonderful. Love it. Manifested passing my driver's license on first try. It was easy because I'm a great driver. Oh, wonderful, darling. Congratulations. Shop yesterday like I was a millionaire. Money comes to me easily. Once I spend it, I just replace it. Wonderful, Manny Jobu. That's the way to shop. Yes. I've done that and sent it to Apple. I'm waiting for them to resolve it. Okay, so Jasmine, just imagine the whole thing's resolved, and in fact, it's resolved and they give you more money or an Apple computer or something for your fucking trouble. Okay? Just imagine it's fully resolved. That's ridiculous. Of course they have to resolve it. Thanks, Daredevil Darling, with the fire. First time here. How does SP know to come back by me thinking a thought? Darling, you manifested the breakup with your thoughts, okay? You manifested the situation with them to go away in the first place with your thinking. What were you thinking during the relationship and before the breakup that caused the breakup? I'm not good enough for him. He likes other girls. He's going to cheat on me. I can't trust him. I don't think he wants a relationship. He's not the commitment type. He's a fuckboy. What were you thinking about you and him and the situation? That's what caused the breakup. Now you've got to change all those thoughts to new thoughts that he loves you. Of course, he's committed to you. He's with you and only you. He loves you and only you. And change your self-concept to one that is lovable, is the girlfriend, and he'll come back. It was your thinking that caused the breakup in the first place. If you're lost about this, please go and watch number 25 and number 41 in the Facebook group. It's amazing how powerful your mind is. Yes, guys, it is. Lois, my imagination has been getting so strong. Oh, Nancy, love it. I feel guilty speaking to other guys while manifesting SP back. Should I stop speaking to them? Well, darling, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. But it's not going to make any difference. Lap up the attention. How do I manifest SP faster? Why are you in such a rush, Gabriella? Are you afraid they're going to find someone else? When people ask me that question, I see fear in that question. I need them fast because if I don't get them back soon, they'll probably meet another girl and then they'll marry her and then it's all fucked and they'll get her pregnant and then. Is that what you're thinking? Why do you need them so fast? What are you worried about? Don't think those thoughts. How can I forget/ignore the past story? Should I do revision in such a case? Yes, darling, you can go back and revise it. Imagine it never happened. Change the story by writing it down differently. Write a new story. Imagine a new story. Okay? And think the new story thoughts. Think the new story constantly as much as you can. Okay? It's focusing on the new story that's the key. I don't go live with people, guys. Please stop asking me. I start to hang out with other guys and I don't feel guilty. SP is still coming back. Yes, guys, they'll still come back. Trust me. Loz, when I'm manifesting an SP, even though I'm magnetic to a lot of guys, for some reason the others, what? Yeah, they'll be magnetized to you too, darling. If you're manifesting an SP, the guys will be magnetized to you. Don't worry. The other guys, the others don't come true. I'm magnetic to a lot of guys and the other guys don't come true. Well, probably because you got a belief about it doesn't come true, even these guys don't want me. What beliefs have you got about guys wanting you or not wanting you, or relationships? Or that you can do this? What beliefs are you holding? I'm getting birds for land, but I'm affirming I don't want the birds. I want the land. Oh, good, Dancy. Is it actually better because you feel less needy? It is actually better because you feel less needy. What's better, darling? Things were going well with SP, but I haven't heard from him in 7 days now. Probably because you started thinking this is too good to be true. I hope he texts me. Oh, why has he left me on red? Oh my God, what's this mean? You started thinking bad thoughts. You started spiraling. What were you thinking? My Neville got a reader came today. I'm so excited. Oh, wonderful, darling. My SP is leaving for the army in March. How do I manifest him back before he leaves? Oh, darling, just imagine he can't be without you. He knows he'll be so lonely in the army without you. He wants to be talking to you on the phone every night and FaceTiming you. He knows he's going to miss you so bad. He needs to make him, you his before he leaves. All those things, darling. Imagine you and him together. Can I just affirm from his point of view, thinking as he's saying to me, don't worry, I miss you, I'm coming back. Yes, guys, that's inner conversations. You can imagine him talking to you, babe, I've missed you all this time. I just needed this time to get my shit together. I'll be back soon, I promise, okay? And you go, all right, baby, I'll wait. I'll be here. Don't you worry. Okay, you can either think they're coming or they're back. And have a conversation with them, absolutely. Stop wanting a guy crazy. Don't be so disempowered. What are you talking about? What, you think it's disempowerment to be in love with someone, darling? That's really, really fucked up thinking. Oh, because I want you and I'm in love with you, I've disempowered myself. I'm going to step in my power and be alone forever because being independent and alone is powerful. No, it's not. Being vulnerable and allowing someone to love you, darling, and wanting someone back who loved you once is not disempowerment. Actually, it's stepping into your power and realizing that you caused the breakup in the first place with your shitty self-concept, and all you need to do is change your thinking about them and you and step into your power of being lovable, and they will love you. Anyone on here saying stop wanting someone, stop wanting an ex back, has such limiting beliefs and doesn't understand that they caused the breakup in the first place, and then they'll go and find another guy and cause a breakup with them because they haven't changed their thinking about themselves and they haven't changed their shitty self-concept that caused the breakup in the first place and caused the guy to go away. And you'll just do that with every other guy, and then you'll blame the guy and say, I don't want him back, I'm going to get the next guy. He didn't deserve me. And then you get the next guy, your insecurities kick in, you'll break up with him, he'll break up with you, and then you'll be in this whole vicious cycle until one day you wake up and realize it was all you. It's not disempowering to want someone back, and it's not disempowering at all to be in love with someone and want them. In fact, we're stepping into our power here and creating our own realities, which is very empowering indeed. Hey, Lots. SP is now my boyfriend. I'm waiting for a marriage proposal. Can I manifest my dream ring? Yes, darling. Imagine the dream ring on your finger. Imagine the proposal scene, all those things. Imagine your wedding. Yes, darling. Is it wrong to manifest an event being cancelled? No, darling, if you don't want to go, just imagine, oh, I didn't have to go to that. The whole thing got cancelled. Oh, thank God that thing was cancelled. Imagine a phone call with someone. Oh, thank God that event got cancelled. I didn't have to go. Fuck, I really didn't want to go. Imagine that, darling. Loz, can you explain how my thoughts get to SP? Well, it's like a radio station, guys. So you, as you're turning the radio on in your car, the radio waves are constantly being sent out from that station. It's only when you turn it on that you can hear the station. Then you change stations, you can hear that station, that station. But those vibrations, those frequencies of the music and the people talking is being sent out constantly, 24 hours a day. It's only when you switch it on that you can hear it. But it doesn't stop. Okay, so kind of think of it like that. That's what our brains are like. We're like radio stations, and the other people in our realities are receiving sets, like the radio in your car. You're constantly sending out the thinking, and the radio wave is going into their receiving set, okay, and they start getting it inside their mind like their mind is the radio. And the day that it starts going right into their subconscious and they start believing it as a thought, it's like their radio's turned on. They think, oh, I love her. When you've been saying, you love me and only me, you're madly in love with me. And it goes into his brain and he starts thinking the thoughts as if they're his thoughts. And he's like, I love her so much, I need to call her. Because the thoughts have become their own. It's thought transmission, guys. That's how it works. Broadcast, yes, a broadcast set. That's the word I'm thinking of. What affirmations can I say to hear from SP? They're constantly calling and texting me. They need to hear my voice. They need to talk to me. They can't go a day without talking to me. Are you a size queen? What does that mean? Let him go so he can come back to me the way I conform him what to affirm. I let him go so he can come back to me the way I conform him what to affirm. I don't believe in letting them go so they come back conformed, guys. I believe staying with them and conforming them while they're there. But if that's what you've done, okay. But you've got to start seeing them differently, start seeing the new version of them, and start seeing the new version of you, and working on your shitty self-concept that caused you to have to break up with them in the first place and let him go. Have you worked on your self-concept? Are you doing that? Can I manifest marrying a Korean actor from the show Squid Game? I don't know this show. I used the music from it the other day, but I haven't watched Netflix for so long. Everyone's talking about this show. Yes, darling, just imagine you're married to them. Imagine you're married to that actor. Lots things are going so well with USP, but I found out he's dating someone else too. Okay, Kerry, so don't worry about it. That's probably you thinking a third party would come along, you thinking he didn't want you, you having fears about other girls being competition, you feeling like you're not good enough at some point. Okay, so start saying, we're exclusive. He only wants me. He can't imagine himself with anyone but me. He's only got eyes for me. Every time he spends time with another girl, the only thing he can see in their face is my face. He can only see me. He only wants me. The only girl he sees is me. Start working on a self-concept as well. I had a dream about my manifestation. Does this mean my subconscious mind is now impressed? Yes, darling, absolutely. Can I manifest marry? I saw that one. On it, but I'm finding that I've been crying a lot ever since and I can't get myself in a positive place. On what? Well, darling, okay, crying a lot, but are you affirming or are you just allowing yourself to just spiral? If you allow yourself to spiral all the time, guys, I can't help you. I can't come around your house and shake you and be like, come on, start doing your affirmations. You've got to start knocking yourself silly with the new affirmations and be like, okay, come on, you've spiraled for long enough. Okay, so I'm sending it. How do I know SP receive it? Because they'll start coming back, darling. You've got to understand that you cause everything. Please go and watch all my videos because you're hella lost if you don't understand how this works. Did you create the breakup with your shitty thinking? Think about what you were thinking during the breakup and did any of that come true? Did they leave you for another person because you thought they didn't love you or you thought other girls competition or you thought you couldn't trust them or you thought they were a cheater? Ta-da, you did that. You sent the thoughts out constantly during the relationship that caused them to pull away, be cold, not love you, say that they didn't want a relationship, whatever it was you were thinking, they started reacting to and saying back to you. And then one day they went, I don't want to be with you. And you've got to realize that that came from your insecure, fearful thoughts that you were having during a relationship. Ta-da, you did that. That they acted upon it. Now you're going to change those thoughts and then they'll act upon it. You have to trust that it's happening. Are you going to make calls with available after? No, darling, I'm not doing calls anymore. I might do Zoom coaching. I saw Sammy Ingram's doing Zoom coaching today, or her coaches are. But I've been saying I'm going to do Zoom coaching for ages, so as long as she doesn't think I was copying her. Do you have any lives explaining your reality versus their reality? It's just your reality, darling. There's nothing going on that you have to worry about in theirs. You're just in yours, and they're in yours, and they don't have free will in yours. That's it. All you need to understand about quantum physics is this. Everyone's in their own reality and everyone's got parallel realities. And if you want to change your reality, you step into a parallel reality where you have what you want. You are stepping into the state of, I am this person now, by just imagining you are. That's simply it. Don't fucking worry about what's going on in their reality. It's of no consequence to you whatsoever. Okay? Do I send them a birthday message? I don't know. Darling, I can't tell you what to do in those situations. Loz, I manifested a therapist who respects me working with the law. So happy. Oh, wonderful, darling. Hooray. How can I manifest a modelling career? I'm everyone's favourite model. I love being a model. I'm a world famous model. I get paid so much for modelling. I love being a model. Imagine you are one already, darling. I'm a happy, loving wife. Exactly like what Coral just did there. She's imagining she's a happy, loving wife. You're imagining you're a happy, well-paid, famous model. I was in my desired reality for a while, but my doubts and fears kicked in again. What do? Guys, it happens. You just got to get back on the horse and not allow those fears to take over, not allow those doubts to take over. I find it difficult to have an inner conversation and hear SP's voice. Oh, look, sometimes it's hard to hear their voice. Darling, don't worry about it. Just imagine what they would say back. You don't have to hear their voice, okay? I have to read about thought transmission. Yes, there is actually a chapter of one of Neville's books called Thought Transmission. I think it's Feeling is a Secret. Just look up Thought Transmission Neville Goddard. You'll probably find the chapter. Struggling with panic attacks. I never struggle with panic attacks. I used to have them. I remember when I used to have panic attacks. God, they used to annoy me. Oh, I struggled through the day. Now I don't get them anymore. Isn't it wonderful that I no longer have panic attacks? Say all those things, darling, every day and they'll go away. Is it okay to cry or does it mean you're reacting to the undesired reality? Well, you are reacting to the undesired reality, but let the feelings out, let the emotions out, and then jump back on the horse with your affirmations, guys. Don't spiral for too long. Prayer, the Art of Believing, Chapter 5. Oh, is that what it's in? Prayer, the Art of Believing. Chapter 5 is Thought Transmission. So look up Prayer, the Art of Believing. It's Neville Goddard book. You can probably get it free on the internet, guys. What does it mean when you have a strong pull to someone? It means you think they're manifesting you, but really it's your subconscious mind tricking you into thinking you have to do something like ring them or initiate contact because you don't trust yourself to manifest them with your mind. So it's your subconscious not believing that you can do this and not believe you can manifest them. And it's not a pull at all, but it's a great excuse to make contact when you don't believe you can do this just with your mind, darling. Doesn't mean anything. But go and contact them and get back to us. How to get out of my head that SP is childish and doesn't communicate and then we text consistently. Well, stop saying he's fucking childish. Oh, he's so childish, so immature. Well, how do you expect the guy to turn up? You keep saying that all the time about them. You keep describing it to everyone and complaining in your mind about how childish they are. Guys, if you don't want them to be a certain way, stop saying they're like that. They can only show up the way you feel about them and think about them. Stop thinking they're childish. If we momentarily react to 3D reality, how can we fix or avoid manifesting more of it? Just don't worry that it's going to, darling. I don't manifest my negative thoughts. My negative thoughts never manifest. Say those things, darling. Don't freak out about it. What decides how long it takes to manifest? It takes as long as it takes for you to convince your subconscious mind that the thing you want is true. Are you believing you're together already? Have you convinced yourself yet? That's how long it takes. Does SP's character come into play if things work themselves out? What do you mean, SP's character? They will show up how you think they are. Someone can be a narcissist in everyone else's reality, but you don't think they are in yours, and they won't be a narcissist. Their character has fucking nothing to do with it. They have no free will but to reflect your thinking about you, them, and the situation. Guys, if you're hella lost about this and you've come from LOA and you think people have free will and they're not reflecting your thinking, please go to the Facebook group and watch all the lives back because you're lost as hell and you're not understanding. This is a very simple process. People are you pushed out. They are a mirror of your dominant thinking about you, about them, and about situations in general. If you think relationships don't work out for you, they never fucking will. If you think you're always poor, you will be. If you think your SP is never going to come back, they won't. If you think they don't love you, they won't. If you start thinking they're pulling away and they're getting cold when you're in a relationship, they'll pull away even more because that's your dominant thinking about them. If you think you're unlovable, if you think you're unwanted, no one admires you, no one respects you, men always cheat on you, that's what will happen. It's what your dominant habitual thinking is. If you don't believe me, look at every relationship you've had and then write down all the shitty thoughts you were having before you broke up, and I guarantee you they parroted back or mirrored back what you were thinking. Like, you don't love me, you don't want me, you're going to break up with me, this isn't working, you're pulling away from me, and then they pull away. You did that. Guys, you're manifesting all fucking day. It's just thinking. It's what you're dominantly thinking. And if you want to manifest a new reality, you have to change what you're dominantly thinking. That's all manifesting is. And if anyone's telling you it's anything different, please, for the love of all things holy, stop fucking watching them. They're an idiot. Any affirmations make my SP confess their feelings and ask me to be their girlfriend? Yes, I am their girlfriend. They love being my man. They love confessing their feelings to me. They're always telling me how they feel about me. They're always telling me how much they love me. Those things. What can I affirm for ADHD and being more in control of my thoughts? Well, just forget you've got fucking ADHD, darling. Someone just decided you had that. Some doctor gave you that diagnosis and you run with it, and every single time you feel flighty or you can't concentrate, you think, oh, that's that ADHD I've got kicking in. No, it's not. It's probably just got a really active fucking imagination, and that's it. Okay? Just because someone diagnosed you with something, darling, doesn't mean you have it. Stop saying you have it and start saying, I can concentrate so easily. My thoughts are always what I want them to be. I'm so in control of my mind, and you fucking will be if you say that over and over and over again, and don't listen to whatever a doctor told you. Got it? A coach mentioned that SP has their own character to play my affirmations out their way. Oh yeah, look guys, they come in with their own personality. They're not a robot. They come in with their personality, but they can only reflect what you think they're thinking about you and what you think about yourself. They have their own personality. Of course they do. Okay? They're not going to change their personality overnight just because you suddenly, like, they're not going to be a shy guy and then the next day you're like, they're so confident, and suddenly they're like singing in the street and running down the street with their clothes off and they're suddenly confident. They've got their own personality, of course, like you have your own. Okay? But as far as what they think about you, how they treat you is based on what you think about you and them and the situation. Got it? But they'll have their own personality. Of course they do, guys. Loz, SP asked me out. Is it okay to date SP2 while manifesting SP1? Yes, guys, it doesn't matter. I'm going to marry Gong Yu from Squid Game because Loz said okay. Is that his name? When he says I'm trying to move forward, what is it? Is that me pushed out and he's marrying me? Yes, I want to move forward. I'm trying to move forward. Is in moving away from you? Move forward? Yeah, because you think he doesn't want you. I love visualizing sitting on an actual pedestal dressed like a goddess helps to stop the spiraling. Oh, I love that, Sassy V. Sitting up on your throne, sitting up on a pedestal. That's great. Loz, when he says I'm trying to ask all that one. So you can't change their personality. Yes, you can, but they come in with their own personality. But you can change the way they show up in your reality. But they will come in with their own, guys. Obviously. You have your own, they have their own. Loz, yes, moving forward. So what do I affirm? Well, stop thinking it means anything. Your thoughts are being reflected out of their mouth. Did you think they didn't want you? That's why they're saying, I'm moving forward, like I'm moving away from you. Do you think he was distancing or didn't want you or didn't love you or didn't want to be in a relationship? That's why he's saying that shit. Whatever they say out of their mouths, guys, is a reflection of what you were thinking they were thinking. They'll say it. Doesn't have to be the exact words you thought, but it's something akin to whatever you thought, like they don't want me. And then he'll say, I'm moving forward. I'm moving away from you. I want to find another person. I'm seeing other people. And you'll be like, oh, I never thought that, but did you think he didn't love you? Well, there you go. Don't believe it. Don't worry about it. Loz, how long should I write my new SP story? Lots of detail or just bullet points? Up to you guys, however you want to do it. So my boyfriend didn't plan or ask to do something fun for my birthday. Should I have affirmed for the opposite? Well, darling, what kind of shitty self-concept have you got that your actual boyfriend didn't do anything for your goddamn birthday? Your self-concept must be in the bottom of the toilet bowl. Your actual boyfriend didn't ask or plan to do anything for your birthday. What? What do you think about him? Do you think he's unloving, uncaring, doesn't do things for you, doesn't spoil you? What thoughts do you have about him as a guy? What thoughts do you have about you? I never get what I want. He doesn't even love me. I'm not lovable. I never get the love I need. What thoughts do you have about you? That's why. My dad lived 7 years while being sick with cancer. Doctors said he only had 1 to 2. Exactly, my darling. You just don't listen to fucking doctors. I want to manifest. I know that sounds terrible, but really. Is affirming as effective as visualizations? Yep, just as effective, darling. And you're making pictures in your mind as you affirm anyway. You just don't realize you're doing it. Any self-concept affirmations to get him to marry me? Well, they're not the same. Get him to marry you is an SP affirmation. I am a wife would be imagining you're just in general a wife, self-concept, okay? Self-concept is stuff about you, darling. Core shit about you. A lot of you are really, really focused on getting him to marry me, getting him to be the girlfriend, but you're not working on self-concept affirmations, which are things like I am lovable, I am wanted, I'm admired, I'm adored, I am enough. Not, I'm married to him, he's married to me, he's my husband, he. A lot of you are really fucking obsessively worrying about marriage and being the girlfriend and all this shit, and you're not changing anything in you, so why the fuck would he marry you when you feel unlovable, unwanted, unchosen, but you're just concentrating on being married, but you haven't changed anything about you, because all he's going to reflect back is, I don't want you because you feel unchosen. I don't want you because you don't feel lovable. You've got to change you guys. Some of you really aren't getting this on this live. Please go to the Facebook group if you're lost as hell and watch number 25 and then number 41 about changing your self-concept. Please. I'm married to Loz in my reality. Job B. Or your Job. 3821. Oh, that's lovely done. What else can I do for self-concept? Night 22 of overnight affirmations, affirming in day, but still feels low. Don't worry about it, darling. Sometimes it takes ages to work. Sometimes it doesn't. Just start saying, this is working for me. These are sinking in. Start saying it's working. Stop telling your mind it's working. All right, guys, I've already got to go. What about IMSP's wife? Yes, darling, but for fuck's sake, can you please work on your fucking self-concept more than anything, guys? All right, guys, I've already got to go. I'll be live tomorrow. If you don't follow me. I go live twice daily. Put the notification bell on. Get all notifications. Plus, come to the Facebook group, Subconscious Loz. The link's in my bio, and then you can watch all these lives back. And we're also doing a scripting challenge at the moment. Thanks, Michelle, darling, for the rose. Thanks, guys.